If you've seen many of my gun videos, you know that I made it a Alpha Rail 16-inch Troy upper to a lower that I built with just mil-spec components and a little bit of Magpul furniture. The rifles ran great so far, and Troy really did a good job of sighting in these uppers before they shipped them out, because this one's dead on accurate. I just wanted to be able to reach out a little farther with it, so I recently picked up an optic. I looked around for quite a while trying to see what the best optics were for my price range, and I came upon the Nikon series of P-223 scopes. They make it in a fixed 3 power and the variable 3-9, which has a 40mm objective, and that's the one that I decided to go with because I liked the extra zoom capability and the adjustments that it had. So I got this scope for just under $200, and it arrived, and I realized it didn't come with any mounting hardware or anything, so I had to pick up the M223 scope mount, which was kind of a pain. I figured they would have included that for a scope such as this. And I had to remove my rear flip-up sight to get the scope bracket on because it's such a solid design. I really like the way it's all one piece. The scope comes with some decent lens covers, and it has quarter MOA adjustments. The packaging is pretty nice and everything. It really seems at first glance like a good quality scope, and the reticle is specifically designed. It's a 223 drop reticle for this rifle and for this round, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, we only got to spend one day shooting through this scope because the winds were ridiculous and we were having kind of a rough time sighting it in. And after that, it started storming every day for about a week. So we had just no good time to shoot or anything. And I was pretty busy anyway. But the point is, we shot this basically one day, and man, we couldn't have put more than, I'd say, 250, maybe 350 rounds at most through this scope while it was mounted to the rifle.
100 yards, tool of ammo.
We got really good accuracy with it. I got it dialed in pretty good for the high winds and everything. And we were at about 120 yards, I'd say. So nothing spectacular, but nothing bad either. And especially for the wind that was screwing with us like it was. But it was just kind of fun shooting. We weren't taking it too serious and trying to get it within 1 MOA or anything. But I noticed right after that, I got the thing home and looked in the inside of the scope, and there was dangling this O-ring, and the scope is now loose. You can hear it there a little bit. I'll shake it for you. Now I know that is not supposed to be that way, and I got a hold of Nikon, and they told me that I could ship it back and they would see if they could repair it. Seems like it'll take a couple of weeks to get it fixed the way stuff's going right now. This really bummed me out that the scope failed on me because it really seemed rock solid and it was getting decent groups for the conditions. So I was excited for this scope, and maybe Nikon will fix it, maybe it'll still be great. I don't want to bash them as a company. I just wanted to show you guys what I ran into when purchasing this scope, and I really can't figure out why this O-ring would have just fell out of there like that. You'd think it'd be pretty secure. Whatever does end up happening with this particular scope, I will post a follow-up video. Hopefully I get it back soon and it works good. Until then, we'll be having fun with iron sights, and I'm sure this rifle will run flawlessly. That's about all I got. Thanks for watching.
That was a good string. You try that.